Hi, my name is Nick Sturtevant, and I studied abroad in Salzburg, Austria. I wanted to study abroad ever since I got to college. I knew it would be something that would be just such an amazing experience to be able to be in a learning environment abroad, really get that international experience. I think that it's something that everyone should do to just kind of get out of their comfort zone and take the time, while you're in college, while you're still, getting used to, you're growing, you're maturing as a person. I think it's a great way to help with that. I chose short term because I kind of wanted to supplement kind of what I was studying for my major, but I didn't want to take a full semester. That was a kind of big commitment for me, so I feel like the short term was a good way to get my foot in the door as far as traveling and being on my own and getting this abroad experience without the full-on commitment of doing an entire semester there. I started the planning process by going to the study abroad office at UCF, kind of getting their input on the different programs that we have for communications, the different locations I could go to, and how my courses that I needed for my major would equate with the courses that I would be taking abroad. And once I kind of had that sorted out, I met with financial aid advisors from the UCF financial aid office. They told me about different ways that I could raise money for the trip with scholarships, loans that I could do, how it would kind of coincide with my financial aid that I already received for my semesters. So, and then spoke with my parents, seeing like, oh, would they be able to give me any money for fun or the flights and everything else. And after that, started looking into the best rates I could get for the flights, for accommodations, places I would want to travel. And then after that, I kind of sat down, thought about, okay, this is what I want to get out of this experience. I want to travel as much as I can, be sure to stay organized, kind of balance the work and the fun that comes with doing study abroad. And from there, I just kind of excited myself, told myself that it was going to be an amazing experience and that I really need to take advantage of just the whole time and have the best possible time while I was there. I was definitely nervous about kind of leaving, being on my own, not having my parents or someone I knew with me to kind of communicate with. Should I have any issues while I was there, anything else? I was kind of, a lesson in maturity and, being on my own. And I kind of overcame it by talking to them about it because my parents haven't traveled that much before, and they told me like, this is going to be such an amazing experience for you. Like, you need to do this for yourself, and it's at a point in your life where you're young, you're free, you can kind of do whatever you want, and that really motivated me to want to get out of my comfort zone and really take advantage of the amazing experience that would come with studying abroad. The deciding factor for me to study abroad was really getting to the opportunity to immerse myself in a new culture, because I know that, or from what I had heard being in Europe and in kind of that part in Austria, the people are a little different, they deal with situations a little differently, interacting with them is a little different, so that part excited me. And then really ultimately what made me want to do it the most was knowing that I would have the opportunity to travel so many different places very easily, because getting around in that part of Europe by train or a quick plane ride is so easy. So really the opportunity to travel was the biggest selling point for me. Well, when I got to, my program started in Munich, Germany, and it was the initial hardest, I guess, part for me when getting there was the jet lag. Because when I left Miami Airport, it was like 6 p.m., like evening time. And when I got to Munich, it was about 9 o'clock in the morning. So we landed and then our day began. So we had no time for sleep. Like, I slept a bit on the plane, but there was no time to relax. We got our bags, dragged them around the city to our hostel, and then started from there. We started touring the city, learning kind of the history and the culture and kind of what to expect while we're in Europe, those of us who were there for the first time, and just kind of how to go about navigating a new city, navigating a European city since they're older and all that stuff. And then once we got to my school in Austria, they laid out kind of how their education system and how they go about teaching and at the university level and things like that. So we learned more about that. And then once we were settled in wherever we all were staying, we started to, me and the other students sat down and we thought about okay, we definitely want to go to these places and try these things here in Salzburg, and then while we're here in Europe, let's really capitalize on this time that we're here. And after that, I went to class Monday through Thursday. Similar to the schedule I have now here at UCF, but I took 4 classes, so full-time, but we did 2 classes at the beginning of the semester, and then midway we switched to 2 different classes. And most were pertinent to what I'm studying here at UCF. One was kind of an introduction to Austria's culture, history, all those things, and then I did take a German class, mostly so we would be able to know how to communicate, at least at the basic level, with the people that we would be living around. Most people did speak English and would respond to us. They could understand us, at least a bit, but they wanted to have us learn how to communicate better, just to really be in the culture that we were in. And then, after some time, we traveled more. I went to 12 different countries while I was abroad. Amazing cities, London, Paris. We went to Ireland for St. Patrick's Day. We went to Spain. Well, the beach was amazing, beautiful. And after that, when the semester kind of came to an end, we all got together. We had a goodbye ceremony. They gave us little diplomas, you've made it through the study abroad, and really sent us off with best wishes and hoping that we really capitalized on our experience. And they gave us kind of the opportunity to reaffirm to them that we did learn something from this experience. We gained something from this experience while we were abroad. Amazing time. Biggest takeaway is, personally, it was a growing experience for me. I've learned a lot I learned a lot about myself in that time. I learned how to deal with certain situations better on my own, not having my parents or my friends or people to fall back on. I did make friends while I was there, but it was definitely a chance for me to grow, for me to experience new things. And I have such a newfound love for travel and better tips and better knowledge about how to go about it cost efficiently, to really enjoy the places that I'm at and really just take advantage of all the opportunities that I'm given. I'm so much more open-minded to kind of how the world works and how the world is getting smaller and smaller every day in the time that we're in, and to be mindful of that and to use the knowledge and experiences and skills and stuff that I learned while I was there to integrate it back into my life here at UCF and just living in the United States. It's really an amazing thing to say that I went to another country, but I didn't just visit, I didn't just do the touristy things. I lived there, I studied there, I got to know the people, I learned the language, and I got to just go around and learn more about myself and about other cultures. So that's probably my biggest takeaway. Do it. I cannot tell you how much it changed my life. It's such an amazing experience for being in college, being in this time of your life. You're young, you're independent, and it's really something that will benefit you on paper. It looks great on a resume. It was great for your degree, but it's something that I think personally it tells other people, hey, I've gone out of my comfort zone. I've been to another country. I learned how they learned. I spoke what they spoke. I ate what they ate. I live how they lived. Yeah, I lived how they live. And I think that it's really intriguing for people to hear, and it really opens a lot of doors to connections in the future. My name is Nick Sturtevant, and I studied abroad in Salzburg, Austria.